To you, okay, what's going on to you, Taurus out here? I'm just getting mad notifications. So you have the Seven of Cups, the Three of Cups, and then you, Taurus, have the Ace of Wands. So what I'm seeing here for you, Taurus, right? I'm seeing how you, Taurus, basically have a lot of choices. You have a lot of choices. People that you could date. A lot of people that whom you, Taurus, can basically go out, hang out with, date, get to know, all of that good stuff. Um, the Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles represents, but somebody doesn't want you to do that though. You may even have that same person that doesn't want you to move forward, wants to basically try to find out what exactly it is that they can do to make sure that the two of you are still connected. And if you, Taurus, are serious about, like it is I said in the last Taurus video, if you, Taurus, are serious about disconnecting from this person, then you'll just have to continue to move forward. That's one of the things that people can do is, hold you back. Here you are ready to leave, and this person is like, hey, you don't have to go anywhere. Why would you go anywhere? And then now you're in a situation where if you don't go anywhere, it's almost, hold on a second, yo. What's going on? If you don't go anywhere, it's almost like you didn't learn anything. And this is what I mean when I say that just because two people like each other doesn't necessarily mean that they will always end up with each other, because this is a situation where you just want to make sure that you're actually doing the right thing. Says the Knight of Pentacles, says the Ace of Wands. And I'm going to start holding up the cards much more now so that you can have a better understanding of what I'm talking about. So here they are trying to stop you because you, Taurus, understand that, Seven of Cups, Three of Cups, a lot more people are waiting to get a chance to talk to you. When you are allowing this seat, to be occupied by somebody, right? People don't want to be around that. People want to know that you're single. People want to know, okay, no spot has been taken. It's just you. But then after, right, then they want to know, well, how come this seat hasn't been taken? And then you go from there. You'll have to explain to them that, hey, the reason why is due to the fact of this, and this. So if you legitimately have a real story to tell, then don't really worry about it. Such and such got divorced because me and this person didn't see eye to eye. I'm a widow either way, because on either side, right? Because obviously such and such made the transition because of whatever, right? Hopefully that doesn't happen. But the point is that if it's something cool like that, right? Understandable, you're golden. But like, the point that I'm trying to make here is a lot of people want to get to know you. And the situation with you, Taurus, is that, like I said, this person is trying to stop you from moving forward because they know that if they do that, if they do that, you, Taurus, will more than likely stay with them and take them seriously and waste more time. And then you have the Magician. That's not what it is that you, Taurus, have in mind. The Magician, right? We'll get to that. You, Taurus, are actually taking a more leadership position in your life. Now, I'm not saying that Taurus people are lames. I didn't say all of that, because you're going to have some people that's going to say, I said that. I never said that. What I'm saying is that you, Taurus, can sometimes chill out or relax a little bit too much. And that now you, Taurus, understand, no, this is a good enough reason for you, Taurus, to actually move, to actually get more active and to understand you cannot allow someone to just tell you that, and stop you and doing, stopping you from moving forward. You can't do that because That's not good for you, right? How much time should you have to waste dealing with anyone where they're not, where there's no progress? I literally wrote a book called Love Pays the Bills. I don't have it now because I actually gave it to somebody face to face. Shout outs to them. They know who they are. But uh hanging out with some of the people who know me from the channel. Like I said, I'm open to meeting people as long as people don't try any funny stuff, you know what I mean? Don't try anything slick or whatever the case may be. But the point is that I literally wrote a book talking about the importance of making sure that there's milestones happening if you're dating somebody, and that don't ever allow a person to just hang out with you and there's no romantically and there's no kind of milestones. Now, when I say hang out with you, I really mean it in a general sense. This could either occur for friendships, romance, or family members, right? But don't let someone just hang out with you and then the only thing it is that you, Taurus, are doing is y'all are just hanging out and just good food, good romantic fun, and then good company. That is great. That is a Taurus thing. And let me say this too. That is great for a relationship, but that is not the only thing for one. So, you Taurus are holding some big answers to a relationship, right? You love great company, a person who, is a good time. And all of that is great. All of that is wonderful. But at the same time, that is not the only thing that is conducive to making a great relationship. There has to be a driving force in the relationship. This is where I was talking about the progression. And see, the thing is that the Magician represents you, Taurus. You have a new understanding that a relationship, because without a driving force, right? When people will say, oh, you're driven, you're motivated, you're driven. Without a driving force in a relationship, guess what kind of relationship it becomes? And I'm sure many of you Taurus have picked it up by now. Netflix and chill. Because you're getting the good food, right? You can order, you can go out date. You're getting the good romantic interest. And then you're getting the good company afterwards, right? Y'all are hanging out, talking. But then where's the progression though? Where's the actual milestones that needs to be reached though? Because at the end of the day, yes, some of those things are needed in a relationship. What you Taurus represent, and that is most definitely needed in relationships. But at the same time, people will use that, and that can be also, it can be a Netflix and chill situationship can be confused or mixed up for what an actual relationship is. And I literally wrote a book called Love Pays the Bills. The two of you need to be driving somewhere, right? And when I mean driving, I don't mean in a car. I mean, the two of you need to actually have some form of real understanding as to the direction, as to what this actually means. And that is what keeps the two of you on the straight and narrow. That's what keeps the two, for lack of a better term, that's what keeps the two of you honest, where there is a point, there is an objective, there is a purpose for this union. It's not just y'all just hanging out Netflix and chilling, because if that's what it is that you're going to do, my dear Taurus, if I'm being totally transparent with you, you're really wasting your time doing that in the first place, right? And I'll even tell you why, because it gets old after a time. You just hanging out with the person, it's routine, y'all never really go anywhere. Maybe you do go somewhere, but there's no progression in this. There's no, hey, let's go get married. Hey, let's be in a relationship. Hey, we are a couple. It's not locked in like that. There's no progression. There's no kind of self-discovery. The person is just trying to keep you in that zone of no hardships. You don't get a chance to show me. You don't get a chance to see me. You know what I'm saying? When I need a pick me up, I'm just gonna come over, hang out with you, or however, whether it's at your house, go out to eat or something like that. We gon' bang, and then that's it. So a lot of you Taurus are making the decision that that's not it for you. Now the King of Swords and the Eight of Cups represents this person feels like you abandoned them, but you did. But you did it for the right reasons, because you left them alone. Because what kind of a relationship is that? At the end of the day, that's my cat down there. What kind of a relationship is that? It's a Netflix and chill one. So the Temperance now represents you're not angry at them. You realize that you Taurus realizing that this person that you Taurus have been dating for a little while, but you have gotten out of a connection with, because some of you Taurus may have been in a little bit of a slump where you've been dating and you've been meeting some people, but they're not really planning on going anywhere with this connection. And you Taurus are not, it's not like you Taurus have lower than average IQ. You can see where it is, but where things messed up for you Taurus is that you Taurus got delusional. Because what happens is that now you Taurus were in a situation where you got deluded. Now here it is that you Taurus you start making up excuses for what this connection was. And see, now it's like, again, now you Taurus are starting to come up on out of that illusion and delusion, because you're realizing a certain amount of time has gone by, and again, no progression, right? Because what a successful relationship would look like is, number one, what breaks up the marriage is making the natural transition, Scorpio energy, if you know what I mean. Starts with a D word. But that would make a successful end to a marriage, right? But what would make a successful beginning to a marriage is the two of y'all meet each other. You want to see what the other person is made of on the inside. You get to know each other. Y'all start having romantic fun. But at the same time, y'all let it be known that y'all are interested in one another. And what happens is y'all continue to do this, right? As well as work on yourselves over a certain amount of months. And then what happens, right? The natural progression from there. I can talk about it, but go ahead and get my book in order to understand better, right? But yeah, so you're not upset at this person whatsoever. It's just that the situation for you, Taurus, is the Five of Cups and the Scorpio energy, which is what it is I was referring to. You, Taurus, right? It wouldn't be a Taurus video if Scorpio didn't show up for some reason. You, Taurus, just decided that you've wasted enough time already. And so you're not going to spend your whole life spending it on this person, or spending it thinking that, you've been a failure your whole life. Because I'm not saying that you Taurus are failures. I didn't say all of that. What I'm saying, and you Taurus shouldn't think of yourselves as being failures. What's going on with you Taurus is a lot of what's going on with you is that you Taurus are addressing issues within yourselves. And more so specifically, the issue of not being attentive enough, not taking action where action should be taken. Kind of being a little bit too relaxed when you shouldn't be. That there's writing on the wall, but you paying attention to it and seeing it, but then at the same time not doing anything about it when you should, because I get out long before the person starts wilding out, and I was talking to a crab, right, and they was saying that it's smart, and then I'm very, and they was telling me how they was like, you're very smart with that, you're very good with that, to be able to actually see it and get out. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm exhausted from dysfunctional relationships. Like, people played so much games to the point where it literally got exhausting. So let's clarify the Scorpio energy. It literally got exhausting. It's like I don't have, and I'm not exhausted. It's not a physical exhaustion. It's more so of I know what's happening. I know what's going on. The game doesn't change. It's pure stupidity. I know how stupid, I know how ignorant it is, and my tolerance for it is at an all-time low, because it's like you will see, because what I know is you will see people literally waste their remaining lives arguing, bickering, doing a bunch of nonsense, but then in their older ages come around and bring their stupid behind up on the internet. I want generational wealth. If I had Cashapp, if I had all of these investment stocks that you could have got into at a younger age, I would have been investing my money back then if I had access to it. I don't think there was a such thing as Cashapp like that in 2018. I don't think so. No, there was, but I ain't. Maybe I had it up until that point, but I didn't understand how to use it up until that point. I probably didn't get Cashapp till 2019. So what are we doing? And then the situation with that is you, Taurus, aren't going for that. So to clarify, Scorpio energy, King of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, exactly. Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords, Six of Pentacles. As it is that I was saying, the King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups, you, Taurus, understand that relationships need to have a point. What is going on? And this is what I was referring to, right, time and time again when I say that there needs to be a track record, there needs to be a history. Because what goes on in modern day relationships is that relationships are up in the air. That's why a lot of relationships are complicated. You're right. You'll see on these Facebook posts or on these different status posts or whatever, relationship status, you'll have people say things like, oh, it's complicated. That's hogwash. What it means is that the two of you need to get your butts in gear and clarify this situation and drain the swamp, so to speak, and clarify all this nonsense, because at the end of the day, this is what makes these stupid relationships. When you start, people don't talk. You start trying to have communications with somebody, and it's like they can't communicate with you. They don't want to communicate. Like, why you don't want to communicate what's going on, yo? Why you don't want to communicate that? Say what's going on. Why don't you want to say what's actually happening here so that we can make a decision as to what's going on, right? And see, a lot of you Taurus are beginning to understand that it does need to have a purpose. This is what I was referring to also when I was telling you, Taurus, to be mindful about knowing what you want and finding out more about what you want, because they go hand in hand. When you understand that relationships are supposed to have a point, right, an objective, a point to them, you will not waste your time, and you will be able to become better at understanding when someone is wasting your time, which then in turn, right, as a result of that, you will now learn what you want. In other words, for instance, if I'm hanging out with somebody and there's nothing happening, but then they keep asking me to take them out on these dates, I'm going to go ahead and either leave the situation, right, from my own, coming to my own conclusion, or I'm going to ask them what exactly is going on here, because this is not progressing. But then at the same time, your goofy self continues or continually calls me to go ahead and take you out somewhere. So what exactly is happening here? And address the situation. And if they tell me, oh, well, we just hanging out as friends, no, we not, because I'm not finna go ahead and put you on my taxes like a dependent, because this is pitiful. Gotta be kidding me with this mess. Me having you pay, me paying for stuff like you my dependent or whatever. If you don't knock it off. And see, the thing is that the Queen of Swords now and the Six of Cups, oh, to kind of finish that. So what happens is that because when I see that a person has the capacity to use me in a way that I don't want, I now have a better understanding of what I don't want. Okay, I don't want a person to come into my life and waste my time like this. So guess what I do? I become more aware of time wasters. So as I'm getting to know them, I'm paying attention to what they do and I'm listening to what they say. And if I don't get anything, but I'm hanging out with, I'm guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ghost them. I'm gonna be like, oh, whatever, it's dumb. I don't care about what they think. I don't care about, because I know what's going on, because I know what I want. I don't want a time waster. So since you're wasting my time, that means you automatically fall out of that place that you could have been in because you were wasting my time. And then the Queen of Swords and the Six of Pentacles speaks to how you, Taurus, and don't allow them to get mad at you as well, right? Because of the fact that you, Taurus, know what you want. You better know, you have a better understanding of what you want, and that you're not allowing anybody to get on your nerves or to bait you into being in a relationship. You actually know what you want, and you're willing to stand on it. So that's pretty much it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.